How's it going, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Patapon 3. And in today's episode, I want to finish what I was talking about last episode, and I didn't. Instead, I went into the fucking PSP menu by accident, so whoops. Yeah, we done all this bullshit last episode. Let's do an actual mission this time around. The Fields of Giants. We're gonna fight some giants in this episode. Pretty cool. Ancient giants of 10 appear on the stretch of the wasteland outside a rocky cliff of the hideout. Further still lies the birch forest. Fucking birch forest? That sounds fucked up. Tonight we shall rest. OrosZ fever advantage. Advance. OrosZ advance with the shield arm when marching during the fever. Pushes forward into the enemy territory with bonus to defense. Yeah, like I said last episode, if you get the fever going, you will notice how the shield-wielding Patapons, their shields become bigger, which means that they get better defense when they're in fever. See how the shield's getting bigger? But they only get bigger when they walk forward, so that they can advance towards the enemy territory and take more damage. Pretty cool. Yeah, I was talking about how the summons work. We don't have a summon just yet, but when you're inputting commands during fever mode, which we are in fever mode right now, it doesn't work yet because we don't have any summons, but when we get ability to use summons, every time we get a successful command and keep up the fever worm slowly gets golden. And when it becomes fully gold, you can use a summon, but you can only use it once per mission. So you better not fucking waste it, right? And the summons themselves are really complicated. I'm gonna explain them a little bit more when we actually have one. Because for the longest time I had no fucking clue how to properly use summons. And I still don't. I vaguely know how to use them. Plus, you only get summons from multiplayer missions. So in this playthrough I'll only ever unlock one fucking summon. Because you only get one summon to start with, and if you want more of them, what a tasty looking eyeballs make a meal of the beasties. It's a giant, damn. I like their designs. We're gonna fight a lot of these fuckers in this game. See, he's charging up an attack. You do a runaway command, except for my hero who didn't give a shit, I guess. He decided just not to run away. Got hit on the fucking head with a mace. Yeah, we're gonna fight a lot of these damn giants in this game. And sometimes he even runs towards you if he's far away. Oh, we froze him. And we set the grass on fire, pretty cool, right? It's a lot of stuff to keep track of. Now is the party celebration command. Like I told you last episode, it gets rid of status alignments, which is very useful. And the hidden function of the party is that it fills up the fever, so you can use a summon way faster than any other command. You only need to do it like 4 times in a row, and you're all of a sudden able to use summons. So if you're ever in a desperate need to use a summon, because every time you use a summon, the Patapons that died in your party gets revived. And the Patapons that are still alive get their health back. So if you're ever in like a situation where you're almost about to fucking die, one of my Patapons died. Oops. See, I could use the summon now. My party's not doing too well, by the way. Look, my spear thrown Patapon's almost fucking dead. My hero Patapon's fucking not doing so good. I would use a summon right now, and I would get all my party back to full health, and I would get my little Patapon who died back too. Oh shit, another one died. If the hero Patapon dies, he's the only one that actually comes back to life. But it takes him like 15 seconds, and every time he dies after that, it takes him longer to come back. Good thing this mission's really easy. Good for the archer Patapon, he's in the back and no one can reach him. And if you're curious about what the hell is with Patapon, he doesn't seem to take any damage, that's because as long as the Patapon will not take any damage, as long as both of our offensive Patapons, in this case my hero Patapon and the shield-wielding Patapon that died already, as long as any of them are alive, the Patapon doesn't take any damage. But if, let's say, the last Patapon in your party who's still alive is the Archer Patapon, then you're kind of fucked because Patapon is now vulnerable to damage. Because the front line is dead. And Patapon cannot be upgraded at all, which I think if they ever made a sequel to this game, they should finally give you an option to upgrade Patapon. Because if your frontline Patapons are dead and Patapon starts taking damage, Patapon never gets upgraded throughout this game. So towards the late stages of the game, he's basically killed in one hit from anyone. So as soon as your fucking frontline is dead, the Patapon is basically just dead. Like, he gets hit by one shitty arrow and he's fucking dead. Nice, we all leveled up to level 2. Ain't that something? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Ooh, plot. I love that the game has plot and has actual cutscenes, and the plot doesn't happen while you're playing the rhythm game, so you lose what the fuck is going on. What do we have here? What gives us the honor? Shazam! So your first battle went dancingly, it appears? Not really, we lost like 2 Patapons on the way. All those bone deaf bozos talk about his death. They must have a death wish. Yet the bone deaf are the little guys we were fighting. Who is this Rage Wolf? He must be trouble. Sounds like a boss to me. Like a boss? No, not exactly. He's a fearsome dark hero called Mad Fang Rage Wolf. Badass name. Mad Fang Rage Wolf? Sounds like a real loose cannon. Sounds like a fucking rock star. Evildoers keep their hands clean, commanding their weak will to do their bidding. Unlike you, Rage Wolf is a pitiful soul who is consumed by wrath, the antipole of valor. That's why he's guarding the Cave of Valor, get it? I see, so there are heroes even among our foes? Yeah, and they're the coolest characters. Rage Wolf is cool. This Rage Wolf sounds like a real maniac. Rage Wolf is kind of like your rival throughout this entire game. You know, he feels like a Sasuke to your Naruto and shit. I don't know, I haven't really watched all that much Naruto. I don't know if this comparison is really good. But he's always just like the first one to fight you. Never gives up. Really commendable. Oh, I like how Chin has only ice equipment. Makes him look really cool, being all blue. Didn't I have more ice helmets? My Archer Patapon feels kind of exposed. Yeah, so now that we've done this, we have 2 more. Hunt the Cyclops. We can go on a hunt to kill more Cyclops. This game is very, not repetitive, but like every chapter plays out the same. You have 2 main missions happening in like a field. Then the boss of that area challenges you to a duel, and then after the duel, you have to go to a dungeon, which is basically a couple of levels in a row. Free. Except that one dungeon, that's actually 5 in a row. Dungeons are probably the best thing to replay if you want to level up and get some better loot. And then every time you beat a dungeon, you get an additional dungeon that's meant to be played in multiplayer. But maybe I'll explain more of it as we actually do the dungeons. And then you go to another field where you have like 2 side missions and 2 main missions, and then you challenge to a duel, and then you have to do a dungeon, and rinse and repeat. It happens every time. Except like the duels are different, and dungeons are different. I mean, they're mostly the same, but like, you know, you're facing different enemies. Sometimes they have like additional things happening in them. Like you have to go to a dungeon on a timer, or you have to go through it and there's like a fucking fire chasing after you, or you go through it and the whole dungeon's on fucking fire. Yeah, there's a dungeon like that. It's probably the most difficult part of this game. Come to a dungeon that's on fucking fire all the time. And I'm not really fond of my team just yet, because I feel like they don't do anything all that flashy or impressive. They don't deal enough damage. My cool two sword Patapons, that with swords, they don't really do all that much impressive stuff. If you level these guys up enough, they will eventually be able to, I think, use maces and use different melee weapons. Oops. See what I mean about fire? Who started this fire? My archer Patapon started a fucking fire, which caused my spear-wielding Patapon to fucking die. If you input a perfect command, which in this case was defense, right, and become invulnerable for a moment, the next command you do, the hero Patapon will keep doing what they're doing, regardless of what command you input next. But then the next one will actually reset them. And if you input the perfect command, and let's say you want to keep defending, if you mess up a command and it's not a perfect one, they'll keep defending, but if you mess up again, then they will stop defending and you have to get another perfect input. That was pretty easy, we just hunted a bunch of giants this episode. Why do I get these AI generated bitches appearing on my phone? The fuck is this? I hate this shit. Quest completed. If I fucking edited these videos, I wouldn't have such trouble in accidentally talking into my fucking save menu. You know, when you use PPSSPP on Steam, you can't quit out of it. Like, if I want to stop the recording, I have to quit the game every time, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. But I guess that's fine. And because I'm going through menus and between episodes, I'm also like selling a bunch of my equipment. I'm not sure when the video actually ends, because I didn't edit it and cut out the parts that I don't want to appear in the episodes, because I'm stupid and lazy, and I didn't feel like doing that. Alright, next episode we're gonna progress the plot and fight Rage Wolf, I guess. Everybody will be impressed when I find something cool. Is that it? See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.